Today, Monday, September 17, 2018, I would like to make this message public for Mr. Luis Almagro, Secretary General of the Organization of American States, OAS. I am Richard Maok Riaño Botina, known in the media and social networks as hackerFiscalia. I was the first detective of the Technical Investigation Unit of the Attorney General's Office in Colombia, who investigated and reported the infiltration of illegal armed groups within the Attorney General's Office, Police, Army, DAS, that's former intelligence agency, INPEC, that means Prisons Authority, and the Congress. I am writing to you because I know that I have the moral authority and the judicial authority as a former CTI detective to comment on two aspects. First, it is not possible to create a Transnational Commission against corruption with President Iván Duque because he is a part of a massive corruption in Colombia. He was elected because an electoral fraud, and he is connected to a criminal profile of crimes against humanity of his political leader Álvaro Uribe Vélez, through the criminal context of his war team, where many are currently in prison for crimes related to the creation of illegal armed groups, drug trafficking, and corruption, as we all already aware. This week, I will present the final report evidence to the International Criminal Court, so that once and for all, the International Criminal Court has absolute investigative clarity and can make the decision to send former President Álvaro Uribe Vélez to prison and to investigate his entire team. They have put the state at the service of illegal armed groups and drug trafficking since 1983. And they have been mocking justice since then. As you, Dr. Almagro, expressed it, the omission, open quotes, the omission, the concealment of the truth, the denial are criminal attitudes of the worst moral category and the worst baseness in political and social terms. Close quotes. In this case, considering the situation of the Colombians and their serious humanitarian crisis that has not yet been investigated completely, and much less their victims have been repaired, including me. According to the above, I very respectfully request that you not include the government of Iván Duque within the Transnational Commission against Corruption. From Canada, I am doing my own research to create an International Commission against Corruption, similar to the International Commission against Corruption in Guatemala, led by our ex-magistrate who investigated parapolitics in Colombia, Dr. Iván Velázquez. That commission in Guatemala can be called a real anti-corruption commission because it is totally legitimate. Second, on your Twitter account, at Almagro_OEA 2015, you expressed that, open quotes, the President Iván Duque holds a very firm position regarding the need to investigate crimes against humanity in Venezuela, a fundamental step to eradicate these crimes in the Americas. Close quotes. My position is that the crimes against humanity of his Democratic Center political party and his political leader Álvaro Uribe Vélez, which has left millions of victims since 1983, many more and in an international context of international humanitarian law, must be investigated first in Colombia in more serious way than in Venezuela. Iván Duque is trying to confuse public opinion, trying to hide the serious crimes of his own political party and political leader Álvaro Uribe Vélez, as you say, Dr. Almagro. The concealment of the truth, the denial, are criminal attitudes of the worst moral category and the worst badness in political and social terms. For that reason, millions of Colombians need the OAS to first focus on Colombia and then on Venezuela and the rest of the continent, especially in the investigation of crimes against humanity related to Álvaro Uribe Vélez. If you want to know more about me or about my statements, please send me an email to hackerFiscalia@gmail.com or visit my website hackerFiscalia.com. Thank you in advance for your attention.